Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everybody. Good morning from Ghana, from the coast. Okay, I don't hear anything, any interaction. So, but that's normal, isn't it?
You are live, dear sister.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your help, Katishri, sister. So, good morning to Wednesday morning meditation. By Shri Mataji's grace, let us start by raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves in Bandhan. So as we know, Wednesday is the day of the Swadhisthana chakra. It is the second chakra. It's the day of creation. Shri Mataji herself was born on a Wednesday in Chhindwara in 1923. 21st of March was a Wednesday. It holds a very special significance in creation. The day Shri Mataji took Samadhi, 23rd February 2011, was also a Wednesday. We ask for her blessings and her presence. And we bow at your holy lotus feet, Shri Mataji, for all the love and knowledge that you have showered upon us. Today we are all from the land of the Ganas. We are her Ganas. We are Shri Ganesha's Ganas. We are Shri Shiva's Ganas. Let us together recite the Ganesha Tarva Shisha.
श्री गणेश अथर्व शीर्षम। ओम नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानोचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारपूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Shri Mataji. So morning meditation is really all about just being present and putting our attention completely in our yoga effortlessly at this hour before the hustle of and bustle of the day has started, it is very much easier to enter that realm of peace, powerful peace. Meditation is also our medicine. So all the things that have been troubling us up until this moment, just through the act of meditating, we are surrendering them. So with this enlightened awareness, let us listen to Shri Saraswati Stotram. And we invite Shri Saraswati to help us to create loving, peaceful, and powerful experiences throughout this day. And that Shri Mataji's vibrations will permeate through our very being.
श्री सरस्वती वंदना। या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला, या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता, या वीणा वरदण्डमण्डितकरा, या श्वेतपद्मासना, शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता, सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा। साक्षात् श्री शक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Let's just watch our attention and bring it nicely back to the top of our head, a little higher than Sahasrara. Let's notice how we feel in our body. If there's any tension anywhere. And with our attention, we just acknowledge and release. With our right hand, we can just raise our hand up the path of the Kundalini and then press our Sahasrara. Let's do that a few times to make the flow feel stronger. To any thoughts, any sounds, anything that is trying to distract us, we can just say neti, not this, not now. It is by Shri Mataji's grace we have all taken our birth to be her children now, in this lifetime, in this day and age. Everything that she desires for us, that she believes of us, is the only truth. We are all that she desires us to be. And certainly in this moment, we are that. We are her devotees. We are her children. We are all brothers and sisters. And today especially, we are all Ghanaian. And as we know, it has been said, Africa represents the Swadhisthana. Let us personally affirm within ourselves that I am the pure knowledge. I am divine creativity. I do not trouble myself, burden myself with busyness, but all my efforts are in reverence of divine. Shri Mataji works through me. We are her instruments. Now we can listen to a short extract some extracts where Shri Mataji is talking about the qualities of Shri Saraswati.
Saraswati is the goddess of learning, and Mahasaraswati is the goddess of knowledge, which is pure knowledge. Now, the goddess of learning, Saraswati, has got 4 arms. She wears white clothes because it's a sign of purity. She is a virgin. Then she has in her hand the veena. That is the instrument which was the first instrument that was created by the gods to play the classical music, or you can say the music that was appreciated by the gods. So that's one veena. And the 2 other hands are, one has got a rosary in the hand. In the sense, a person who is learned should be a person who should be very much detached, a saintly person. Should not have too many attachments, and should not be, it always happens. A person who is a learned man, who is overeducated, not so much interested in the family, he becomes more ascetic, is very disciplined, self-disciplined, is very meticulous, is very efficient, is very right-sided, as you can call it, you see. So all that goes hand in hand. And then is in the left hand she has a book. So that means that the power of the Lakshmi gives you, the power of Saraswati gives you the full creativity by which you can create books. That also means that. But must have in the books means that whatever you are doing now, supposing you are doing Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is, say, concerning the divine. So we must know what are in the books, means in the scriptures. We must know how it relates to the scriptures. Like it should not be something just coming like a mushroom knowledge, but it should be related to the books, means which is already written down, which is already being typed, being printed. But that doesn't mean that it is a bookish knowledge, but it is whatever you have found out, whatever you have discovered has to be related to the books. And that is the power she gives us, that she relates. Like you must have read many books where there are quotations. Even I use many quotations. And I give you now, all this knowledge is already part of it, I should say, not all of it. But part of it is from the books, in the sense it is written about Saraswati and everything. So one must learn how to respect the books, especially the scriptures, and she is the one who gives you the penetration power into these books to know what is the truth and what is not. Penetration power to understand what is written between the lines, what is the subtle meaning of the whole thing. That is the power of Saraswati. There's another power she has is Vakshakti, by which you give speech. She's the one who gives you the power to speak. She's the one who gives you the power to communicate by speech, by your writings, by all the drama or plays you have, or films you have, any kind of communications that are done through the power of Saraswati has that intellect behind it, and that intellect comes from her power. So even Sri Krishna has to use her power. Everybody has to use her power. Because if you don't use the Saraswati's power, then only Sri Krishna's one power is that he is a diplomat. And that diplomacy comes from the power of Saraswati. So everybody, whosoever you find as brilliant, is actually has been endowed with this power of Saraswati. The people who are worshipping Saraswati have to be detached people, because those who are learned, those who are artists, those who are producing art and all those things are not so much rewarded in their lifetime. So if they are detached from Lakshmi, if they are detached from things, then they just produce it for their own joy. They don't worry how much money they are going to get. So the Lakshmi's powers are to give you a great learning, to give you a great understanding intellectually, and to give you a kind of a personality that outshines others by your brilliance. But it may not give you money. It may not give you lots of possessions, but it gives you possessions which are cannot be stolen, which cannot be taken away. And she is a person of humility. So the person who is learned has to be humble. If he is not humble, then he is not learned, according to the principle of Saraswati. The person who is very much learned has to bow down with the fruits of his learnings, so that a person who is learned and thinks well of himself is a person who has not yet learned fully. He is a half-baked person. And that's why an egoist cannot be a learned man. Learned man is always extremely humble. That is the sign, because she is the power which gives you humility. Not humility of a businessman, but a genuine humility she gives you. There are so many qualities, and I think I'll be able to write one day about that. Gradually you will start seeing the divine play, how things work out, how it helps you. But supposing God has brought something before you. Dr. Varlika told me a nice story about this, which is very interesting, that between the goddess of wealth and the goddess of education, there was a little conflict. We can say education, or the Saraswati, which if neglected or if too much adored can make you egoistical. In the sense that if you become a person who is after learning, you can be thrown on the other side. So this lady wanted to test the power of wealth. So she said to the Lakshmi that, all right, let's see on this person. This person was a beggar. He needed money, and very much. So Lakshmi put a lot of money in a big utensils, what we call handa, and put it in his way. This fellow was walking, so Saraswati entered into his mind. As soon as Saraswati enters into the mind, he became egoistical. And he didn't even look at that, just walked off. That was his need, but he walked off. So it suggests one thing, that when people become egoistical, start making their own plans, start making their own suggestions and images they form, then what happens? That the divine, which is trying to supply for your need, for your wants, for your solutions, disappears. This is what happens, that we do not allow the divine to have its play. This is not only on material level. It is true also on emotional level. It is true also on our physical level. But the best of all, that it is true about spiritual level also. So we should not miss the point. Let the divine play its role and we should be able to see. Like Krishna has said, karmanyeva adhikaraste. It is our job to do the job.
So we ask Shri Saraswati to enlighten our Vishuddhi. That we may all take to arts and learning, even just taking care of our nabi. Our cooking also shows some great ingenuity and creativity. The lotions we use and oils and herbs we use for our food, but also to nurture our hair, our skin, our teeth, our eyes, our hearing. It's all through Shri Mataji, of course. And today we learn Shri Saraswati's quality. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Let us take just some time now to all join in Nirvikalpa, in this silence of meditation. Let us attempt to do this. So if we're still noticing our thoughts or attention going elsewhere, we can just put our attention on our breathing. Inhale deeply through the nose and be with your full attention on the air going through your nostrils and oxygenating your whole capacity to allow blood to flow within you. And the same again as you breathe out, also through the nose. A little longer than the inhale. And if we put the hand on the stomach, we can even feel the stomach very subtly going in and out. With this piece, let us listen to Shri Mataji again, talking about meditation. We would just listen for a short while. It's, I think, 15-minute talk, but we are close to the end. So we would just listen for a short while. I think it would be very nice. Can encourage us in this thoughtless awareness.
Now, what we can do is to, today, what should I tell you, the practical side, the meditation, all right? Let's see what is meditation is, what we have to do for a meditation. The first thing we have got is the left side, is the mana shakti, is the power of your emotions, all right? Now, emotions are connected with your right side, also prana. Say, for example, if you are emotionally disturbed, just now we got disturbed. So our shwas, our breathing also increased, and we felt the whole body was sort of reacting, and we were feeling the reaction of the prana, right side also, that it was trying to express itself. Like we started, the tears is the water element, and all that came in, and the whole emotion was so much pouring out. And with that, our prana was also involved. Say, for example, if you are frightened. If you are frightened, she's not doing it, it's all right. If you are frightened too much, then what happens? She's all right. If you are frightened, then also you get your breathing very fast, isn't it? So it is connected. Yes, coming. So it is connected. If you are frightened, it is connected with your prana in your breathing, and your whole system is connected with your emotions, physical system. If you cry too much, or if you weep too much, or if you are a sad person, that shows on your face. Your Vishuddhi chakra also shows. And not only Anata, but also Vishuddhi. Then also your Agya goes out. So all the chakras reflect the left side in such a way that physical manifestation is also there. So it proves that both are very much connected. So if we have to somehow or other resolve these two sides within us, the left and the right side, because if you do not dissolve it, you are left halfway here. So you have to dissolve these two things. And to dissolve these, what should we do? What can we do in meditation? Can you suggest? Say, we have got prana and mana. Now prana represents the right side, and the mana shakti is the left side. Alright? These two have to be dissolved. Laya means dissolve. Now, how do we do it? To dissolve these two things. They are connected with each other. After realization, not before. So before meditation, we give ourselves a balance. Alright? Which side is more, which side is less. At the time, supposing you are emotionally that time disturbed, then you put your right to the left. If you are that time disturbed on the left side, disturbed in the sense that if your left side is frozen, then you raise your left side and give yourself a balance before meditation. Now, let us see.
So this talk is called How to Meditate. Perhaps you can look for it on YouTube to hear the end. Salutations to you, Shri Mataji. Pram Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, our Divine Mother, our Guru, the one who loves us and believes in us. Thank you, Shri Mataji. In the talk, Shri Mataji was mentioning about the tears, and it reminded me of something I heard yesterday. We went for a tour on the coast of Ghana. We are in the south, so the Atlantic Ocean is just here. And this little village, Ankwanda, have a very strong connection with the ocean. And they spoke of some rocks that have been pushed out by the ocean so that the water does not go beyond that point. And also it's a sign for the people to know that this area, if you go in the water to swim, is dangerous. And there is another place that is more shallow. And he was describing to us how the ocean pushes all the sand out. And the people use the sand to create cement for their homes. If you take sand from another place on the beach, then the ocean will just overflow. So they're very specific about where you can take the sand. But the thing about the tears was interesting, is that if someone falls or goes swimming and they end up in the wrong place, the water will push him onto the shore again. And he described it, it's like when you have something in your eye and the water comes to push it out. And I found that very metaphorical, very beautiful. I've never heard anything like that. I just wanted to share with you this element of intuition, of emotion. And Mother's asking us to bring ourselves into balance. So I hope today's meditation we have managed to do that. I'm sure. I feel certainly very, very honored, very blessed to be here with you all. Thank you so much for joining. Let's check our vibrations on the top of our head, how we're all feeling. We can gently raise our Kundalini, push ourselves in Bandhan, and we will end with a little music because we know Shri Mataji is in our hearts. And even if in words we cannot share or give realization about Shri Mataji and Shri Mataji Sahaja Yoga, but if she's in our heart, then let us share our hearts with everyone. And the song is Become Yourself. So let's first raise our Kundalini before we listen to the song, just to end. Thank you again, brothers and sisters. Just to remind you, this evening, 6 p.m. Cabella Time, we have another evening meditation. And I hope many of you can join or share the link with anyone else who may want to be there. And let's listen to Raya, Become Yourself. Jai Shri Mataji.
Kundalini Ma
Kundalini
Karo Sape Kripa
Become yourself
Kundalini Ma
with Raya.
Karo Sape Kripa.
Let's go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This one goes out to all of you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Messengers of light. Whoa, whoa. Wherever you are, whoa, 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 whoa. Just sing along. I am the instrument. I am the medicine. I am the healer. I am everything, 'cause you have to become yourself. Open up your heart to everyone else. You have to become yourself. Open up your heart to everyone else. You have to become yourself. Open up your heart to everyone else. You have to become yourself. Open up your heart. Open up your heart. greatness. I am innocence. Oh, I am serenity. I am everything. 'Cause you have to become yourself. Open up your heart to everyone else. You have to become yourself. Open up your heart to everyone else. You have to become yourself. Open up your heart to everyone else. You have to become yourself. Open up your heart. Open up your heart. Oh, oh, oh. We are the instrument, the instruments. We are the medicine, the medicine. We are the cure, the cure. We are everything. 'Cause you have to become yourself. Open up your heart to everyone else. You have to become yourself. Open up your heart to everyone else. You have to become yourself. Open up your heart to everyone else. You have to become yourself. Open up your heart. Open up your heart.
Have a blessed day. Thank you, Kabir. Thank you, Kashtu 3. Thank you so much, your brothers and sisters. Jai Shri Mataji. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
day. Thank you.